easiest trick, I think, is a general pickup, just a flick up from the ground. It's still considered as a trick because it's easier than juggles itself. Basically, I think that around the world is easier than juggles itself. And the hardest trick so far, I think, reverse El Domici, which is something like ŠKODA move, but with at the end. So it's like ŠKODA move with reverse ŠKODA ATV. But yeah, with our vocabulary, it's hard to say because we don't have a system in it. We don't have a logic. So I would say this one. I actually like Battle Storm, Kirill Bielinski from Belarus. It's pretty neat, and it's not best, but it's a little funny. Super Martin, it's yeah, that one I kind of like. Yeah. I would say either Pavel Skora or Ars, because anytime I see them, they always have the same clothes for 6 years in a row. Ars had always this dirty, almost dirty yellow shorts with a hole in the ass, and Skora always had the blue shirt, blue jersey with the Pavel Skora whatever written on the back. So. Yeah, I think a lot of freestylers would agree on this, that so far the best freestyle ball is Adidas match ball. Any Adidas match ball since 2006, it could be. But some people, they prefer the older version. Some people, they are just collectors and they like to have the new models, and that I'm one of them. I like collecting. And for the shoes, and so far it's pretty obvious that Puma Archive Light, they are the most used. But Tobias coming with 4 freestyle shoes which are even lighter, I think it's gonna take over within 5-6 months. Well, at the moment, if I can still consider myself as a freestyle, it's me, because I don't train that much, and it's also the matter of time, but also motivation, because I don't have too much motivation. So I'm pretty lazy, but if it would be someone different, let's see. Well, it was Tom Follen when I was spending 3 weeks with him in LA. We wanted to train together, but then we discovered cars and beer, so we didn't train that much. Well, in general, I really admire Pale for everything he has done in the past, because he actually started with Daniel Rozeboom before internet, before YouTube, before anything. So the only motivation was to go out and play. So far he is my biggest inspiration. And but I admire all freestylers, beginners, intermediate, world class, because our sport is not easy. You know, and you need the determination and patience to be able to perform this sport. And that's what I admire on every single freestyler. I always say football freestyle, because we are football freestylers. We are not freestyle footballers. Every time it's either Ricardinho or Tobias. I don't say that they do it or they actually get the girls, but when you look at them, it's like, and it's always when we play the games, like who would you date if you would be a female? It's either Tobias or Ricardinho. Yeah. Let me see. The craziest shit always comes from Denehy, because he's also rapping and wearing these golden teeth and having weird haircuts, and it's always Denehy. But when it comes to be weird without knowing it, I think it would be maybe Mowgli from S3. He's always just so pumped and so loud, and he just, I don't know, it's annoying for me sometimes. Well, in battles it's definitely Andrew, but the best freestyle in the world in general, if I take into consideration everything, is either Mikolaj or Tobias. if I don't take in consideration that Mikolaj is nervous on the stage, and that Tobias is mainly lover based, but it's either Mikolaj or Tobias. I've always wanted to do some tree ref, because in my whole life I've done only Scala and Palais once in my life, but Scala was with Montaball and Palais was bare feet, so it doesn't count. So I want at least one tree ref before I die. It's gonna be Palais. I want to do Palais. Well, I think I'm not original in this question, because like most of the guys, I was playing football. I was really passionate about football. There was nothing else in my life than football, and I did like girls, alcohol, nothing. During the high school, I only football. I didn't touch alcohol. I didn't touch girls, nothing. Became kind of good. I started to play professionally, but then in the same year I started to play professionally, I discovered freestyle football, and football went completely aside. So I started to do tricks on a field during the game, and the coach didn't like it, so they kicked me away from the team. And I discovered all this amazing world of freestyle football, and that's basically how I started. The best experience is when there is a Super Bowl happening and it's finished, and we go to the party, and then everyone starts to scream my name. That's always the biggest thing. I almost cry every time. But the biggest experience so far was having the opening speech on the Super Bowl final this year on the square of my hometown in Liberec, which was I saw all the players and they were looking at me and listening to my word. And then I saw all the other guys I know my whole life, like my friends, my family, and I could talk to them, and I actually then received the applause. That was like biggest experience for me. My main goal, the ultimate goal in freestyle football, is to create the structure for the sport, for the whole sport, so it can work everywhere, and every single freestyler in every corner in the world can have the similar or same conditions to practice, to participate on events, and to be cherished as one of the best freestylers in the world. If they have determination and if they have the balls and patience, I want everyone to have the same chances. That's what I want to do with freestyle.